2 years ago when I moved here, I was here in a hotel, just arrived from Alberta with my spouse. Baby dies 2 weeks after getting here. We didn't have housing. We didn't have nothing. I couldn't get out of the hospital until we had housing. Ended up in Hamilton. Life falling apart. Kind of crazy situation. And I had nowhere to turn. I didn't know where to go, didn't know what to do. Dr. Jill then sent me up with Sarah Downey, who then worked at First Place. So I was now connected with the Wesley Center, where I saw my family doctor taking care of my medical stuff, and then was put into First Place. And right across from teacher's office is the housing center now. And right in there, which people don't understand, is these three people that I know very, very well. There's Sophia, Leland Harrington, and Sarah Downey, that were trauma therapists and social workers for the city of Hamilton. I immediately got connected with Sarah Downey. Sarah Downey's husband is also one of the physicians that works with Dr. Jill in the inner city. Through Sarah, then starting trauma therapy with her at First Place, which a lot of people don't realize that there's trauma therapy going on there in these little cubicles, and how important these people are, and how amazing these people are. I started seeing Sarah very, very regularly. My life was literally falling apart. I got every service pretty much handed to me on a silver platter at that time in my life. Sarah did everything for me. She used to have people come to my house and check me out. She got me into the Barrett Center. She got me support. Was available by text almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, which is exactly what I needed at that time. Progressively, my wife left me. Our lives fell apart. I lost my country house out in Hagersville. Lost everything. Was living in my car. Was homeless. And then I met Leland Harrington, as Sarah was still my therapist. We did a movie a couple years ago for homelessness and awareness, and I was one of the people in it. The reason why I'm on disability is I got hurt at the job. And the big thing that I've always been fighting for is we're all one paycheck away from being homeless, which is exactly what happened to me. And being in Alberta, and I worked for a security company subcontracted by another. When I got hurt, nobody cared anymore. And I actually had to move all the way back here just to get on disability because they wouldn't accept me in Alberta. And so anyway, back when my whole life was falling apart a couple years ago, I had Sarah, and then I met Leland on this housing project for this movie, which we did. Sarah went on maternity leave. I needed a new therapist. Leland took over that role. These two people have saved my life. Then a month ago, we get pulled into the office. I go to a therapy session, and I get told what's happening. Now, my background is I have no one. I have no family. I'm an orphan. I was emancipated, ward of the Children's Aid, until I was 21. I'm alone in the world. Then my wife leaves me, my baby dies, all this stuff's going on, and there's Sarah and Leland. And for the first time in my life, I actually met therapists and social workers that were doing their job. And I consider them to be permanent. And nothing, within less than 30 days, they're gone. And I can't do anything about it. And they're my core support. They're the reason I'm here today. They're the reason my mind is sane. They're the reason I go to choir. They even got me set up with the choir. They got me set up with so many different things because I was literally on this planet by myself going through the worst moments of my life after I'd given so much and worked so hard and become an officer and was almost a cop and did all these things, and then my life just started crumbling. I got onto drugs, was homeless, living in my car. I gave up. I didn't want to die, but I didn't want to live. I was in this state of numbness for 7 months where I was just existing. And Sarah and Leland then pulled me out of that slowly, and I trusted them. And because of Ford, I just lost the two most important people in my life. And I could never see them again, talk to them again, because they just lost their jobs. Everyone needs a foundation. I didn't have that. First Place and what that place represented to me from the minute I arrived back here, that was my foundation. And it just got ripped away. But then last week, I'm sitting in my house that I just moved to up on the mountain, and I'm watching a stupid street cleaner and this big, huge machine cleaning our street. And I got very angry because I'm like, you can afford to clean a street, but you just took away my therapy. Where's the logic in that? You're cleaning streets that the rain will clear, what are you doing? This makes no sense to me. If you're going to plan a city, plan for your people, not your streets, not your gutters, not your this, Come on, there's so much wasted money, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not good with numbers, I'm not good with all that, but obviously what's going on is wrong, because when you start cutting back the services I just lost, people's lives are in jeopardy. I just lost the two people I needed the most for no reason but money. And I wrote letters, and I did everything I could, and I tried to fight for them, but there was so little time, and I was moving, and I got a baby, I'm a single mom, and it was like, I felt like there was nothing I could do. My city wasn't listening. I'm from Oakville, but this is still my place, my town, my people. But you just took 3 amazing trauma therapists where, like, I was sexually abused, parents have committed suicide, I've never had a mother, you name it. I can go on and on and on about the list of shit that I've been through. And I've seen a lot of workers. I've been in a lot of group homes. I've been in every group home in Ontario. I spent 7 years as a Crown Ward. I never, ever got any help. And finally, Sarah introduced me to mindfulness, which a lot of people in my life never thought I could attain ever again. And I did. And I'm back doing what I'm doing. And now I'm a mom. And I have a baby. And he's beautiful. And everyone says he's perfect. And I'm doing it. Because these people, like, just gave me every tool necessary. Because they were so good at their jobs. But forget me for a second. You just took the only trauma therapist that worked in the inner city core of Hamilton away. Why would you do that? I just don't understand. Especially in a city like Hamilton, there's so many homeless people and mental health. Like, wow. And you just took the inner city therapist away. It might not see the effect of this today, but Ford will see this. The city will see the effects of this. Because there's no way that this is going to have a good outcome. The people that go to see them and the people that... I could walk into First Place anytime in crisis upset and I was helped. Right then and there, no matter what. That's gone. What about all the other people that depended on that too?
Right.